Good morning everyone, my name is Lyndall and welcome to this week's weekly vlog for Sunday the 24th of May 2020. This week I lost another 0.6 of a kilo, so I now weigh 101.8 kilos. So I'm really amazed, I'm stunned, I'm below 102 kilos, so I'm really excited about that. We're going to add another $100 onto our savings and investment challenge, so we now have $400 as we enter week 4. I finished the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I also finished the book about the autobiography or the biography of Sir Peter Blake, the famous New Zealand yachtsman who captained Team New Zealand to 2 America's Cup victories in 1995 and 2000. He was knighted in 1995. He also raced in 5 Whitbread around the world races, and out of those 5 attempts he finally got his victory in 1990 in his 5th attempt. So right now I am still reading books. I'm still reading Ascent to Greatness by Raymond McNair. I'm up to page number 290 out of a 700-page book. I've gone through Abraham Lincoln, I've gone through the Reconstruction period that took place over a period of 40 years after the Civil War, and by 1900, and this is where I'm up to in the book, by 1900 America had become a colossus. They went from a nation that had relied on farming, on the production of cotton, the use of slavery in the South for the production of cotton and other crops, and by the start of the 20th century it had emerged into this enormous industrial power. It produced more goods at the turn of the 20th century than Great Britain, who was the superpower at that particular point in time. And while it was somewhat of a friendly rivalry between the United States and Britain, both countries saw themselves, while they understood the history of where they had come from, fighting each other in the American Revolutionary War, fighting each other in the War of 1812, they had come to an understanding that they were brothers, they were allies, and that would come to fruition in the First and Second World Wars in the 20th century. The other book that I'm reading is now The Art of War by Sun Tzu. So Sun Tzu was a general from the Chinese state or area of Wu. He was originally born in Qi, but he ended up finding himself in Wu. And this is going back 500 years before the year 0. And he managed, through his methods outlined in The Art of War, which has been used by military schools around the world. It's been used by top military strategists throughout history. It is believed that people such as Napoleon, people such as German and British military officers during the First and Second World Wars adopted some of Sun Tzu's beliefs. It's also believed that the Vietnamese used it against the Americans during the Vietnam War. Americans have used it in teaching military strategy in West Point and in other military schools in the United States. So it's an interesting book. It's a book that I'm reading now. I hope you've had an enjoyable week. I'll keep reading. I'll keep working from home. I hope all is well. And until next week, I'll see you then.